Hello students, I'm myself Nikita Jain. I'm going to teach you taxation, a subject of TYBMS for finance electives. So what are we going to study? We are going to study POS, that is place of supply. So when I talk about place of supply, in place of supply, there is 5 proximities which decide or determine what is the place of supply. Okay, why are we studying this place of supply? In order to understand whether a particular transaction is an interstate transaction or intrastate transaction. Accordingly, we will be paying IGST or C or SGST. Okay, so when I talk about place of supply, there are 5 proximities. What is the first one? The place of the receiver, the place of the supplier, okay, the place where the goods are being consumed, the place where the goods are being installed, assembled, okay, and the place, basically place on the direction of the, or basically you can say the any other benefit, any actual beneficiary or place of person. Okay, so when I talk about the place of supplier, it means what? The person who's supplying the goods or service. When I say place of receiver, it means what? The person who has ordered the goods, okay, or who's paying the consideration. Sometimes it happens that the person who's paying the consideration and the person who's receiving the goods are two different individuals. Mean, you order a cake for your friend. You are sitting in Mumbai, she is in Lucknow, okay? So what is the scenario? She is a consumer, but who's the receiver in this case? You are, because you have ordered it. You are paying for the same, okay? The place of consumption, okay, just same, the place of consumption is Lucknow. Then also the place of installment. In case of immovable property, in case of amusement parks, okay, you are residing in Raipur, you come all the way to Mumbai to enjoy SL World, okay. So these are the different proximities. Now let us understand what is place of supply in case of goods. When we talk about goods, there are various categories. The first category is when the goods are being supplied, okay. It is being supplied. Say for example, you are in Mumbai. You want to purchase a TV for your house. You go to Vijay Sales and you purchase the TV. Okay. In this case, what is the place of supply? Mumbai. Okay. So, what is this? Where is the service receiver? Mumbai. Where is the service provider? Both are in Mumbai. So, this is an example of intrastate transaction. Now, say for example, you go to Mahabalipuram. Okay, Mahabalipuram is famous for marble statues. So, you go there, you purchase a statue and you bring it to Mumbai. In this case, what is the place of supply? Obviously, Mahabalipuram. Why? Because the transaction was completed in Mahabalipuram. Okay. Now we have the second case where the place, okay, when the goods are being, goods are being transferred or delivered. In this case, what is the place of supply? Place of supply is where the delivery is being terminated. Okay, this means what? Say for example, I am residing in Mumbai. I have ordered for some perfumes. Okay, I have ordered some 10 bottles of perfume from Chennai. So he is going to mail, he's going to courier me the same, right? In this case, what is the place of supply? The place of supply is not Chennai, but the place of supply is Mumbai. So the provider is in Chennai, the receiver is in Mumbai. In this case, this is an interstate transaction, okay? This is the second case. So first case is in case of if there is no movement of goods. If there is a movement of goods, then the place where the delivery is being terminated, okay? The third case is when the goods are being installed, okay, or assembled. Say for example, in case of immovable property, I have an head office in Chennai, okay. The person from whom I am taking an office on rent, that person is in Karnataka, okay. Say for example, he is in he's in Bangalore, okay. The person is in Bangalore, I am in Mumbai, okay. The place, I am in Bangalore, my head office in Bangalore. I want to open a branch in Hyderabad. So I have taken his office of Hyderabad on rent. In this case, what is the place of supply? The place of supply is where the immovable property is located. So where is the immovable property located? Hyderabad. This is an example of interstate transaction. Why? Because I am from Bangalore, and that property is in Hyderabad. Okay. So this is what called different states. Then we also have one more case where you talk about, say for example, let me give you one more example. We talk about L&T. Say for example, L&T is registered in Mumbai. Okay, they have taken a contract The contract is to install or assemble a machinery in Shimla. In this case, what will be the place of supply? Obviously, the place of supply will be Shimla. Okay. So this is the third category. Now we have the fourth category. If the goods are being sold on board or on on during a journey. Okay. How are we going to describe it? Okay. So if the goods are being sold during a journey, then the place of supply will the goods when they are being embarked. Okay. What do I mean by that? I mean, say for example, we have a Mumbai Pune Express. Okay, the person, he boarded the train from Lonavala. The goods are also been boarded from Lonavala, and he's selling chikki. Okay, he's selling chikkis which have been boarded into the train from Lonavala. In this case, what will be the place of supply? Obviously, the place of supply will be Lonavala. Now Mumbai, Lonavala and Pune, they are from the same state. It will be an interstate transaction. It does not differ. Now say for example, we have a train from Mumbai to Kota. Okay, Kota is a town in Rajasthan. So now say for example, we have Mumbai to Kota, right? Any person who's entering, who's selling, now he's selling keychains in train. He boarded and the goods are also being boarded from Jaipur. Now in this case, what will be the place of supply? Obviously, the place of supply will be Jaipur. Okay, so now the receiver is from Mumbai because he boarded the train from Mumbai, and the provider is from Jaipur. In this case, what type of supply? It is an interstate transaction. Okay, majorly this boarding transactions are always interstate transaction. Major. Okay, not all. Did you understand when I talk about place of supply in case of goods? We have categories when the goods are not being delivered, when there is a movement of goods, when there is no movement of goods. Okay, when the goods are being supplied in case of installation. Okay, and in case of the fourth one, in case of goods are being boarded. Okay, then we also have one more case where the goods are being supplied. We also have one more case where the goods are being supplied on direction of the third party. Okay, this means what? This means, say for example, your friend, she is residing in Chandigarh. You are residing in Mumbai. You order a cake for her, and the cake is being delivered to her on Chandigarh. In this case, what will be the place of supply? Obviously, the place of supply will be Mumbai. Same happens in case of when we are mediators. Okay, say for example, in case of mediators also, I have one of my client. The client is from Agra. The client has ordered me to deliver 100 shoes. Okay, 100 pair of shoes. Now the manufacturer, he is in Jharkhand. Okay, so I asked the manufacturer to deliver the 100 pair of shoes into Agra. In this case, what will be the scenario? The scenario will be the place of supply will be Mumbai. Why? Because the third party has directed. So in case if the third party is directed, what will be the place of supply? The place of supply will be the place where the third party is located. So I am the third party in this case. Where am I located? Obviously, I am located in Mumbai. So here we will be having two transactions. That is first from Agra to Mumbai, and then from Jharkhand to Mumbai, and then from Mumbai to Agra. Okay, so we will be having two transactions. Both of them will be IGST. Okay, hopefully all of you all understood. Okay, see, when we talk about place of supply in case of goods. Now, if you talk about goods in case of import and export. In case of import, obviously the place of supply is always the location of importer. But in case of export, always the place of supply is outside India. That means goods are being exported to Japan, UK, Europe. So place of supply is Japan, UK and Europe. In case of import, say for example, I am from Visakhapatnam. I have ordered some shoes. Flipkart has delivered. They are being imported. So in this case, what will be the place of supply? Obviously, Visakhapatnam. Okay. In case of import and export, we always pay IGST. Sorry. Okay. Now let us understand in case of services. When you talk about services, there are certain services, okay, which have a definite place of place of supply. Okay, which are they? Say for example, if we are providing services related to immovable property, obviously the place of supply will be always the place where the immovable property is located. In case of restaurant and catering services, obviously the place of supply will be where the restaurant and catering services is being provided. Okay. Now when I talk about immovable property, hotel accommodation. You are from Gujarat, you have booked a hotel in Mumbai. In this case, what will be the place of supply? Obviously it will be Mumbai only. What are they going to claim? They are going to pay it is an intrastate transaction, we are going to pay C and S. Okay, this is example of immovable property. In case of restaurant and catering services, always the place where the restaurant and catering services are being provided. Okay, now when you talk about admission to amusement park or event, in that case also what will be the place of supply? Where the amusement park is been situated. If it is been situated in Mumbai, then obviously the place of supply will be Mumbai. If it is been situated in Lonavala, then Lonavala. If it is been situated in Bangalore, then Bangalore. Okay, and apart from all those services, okay, apart from all other services, say for example banking services, transportation of goods services, organizing of events, training and performance services, in this case we have two categories, that is B2B and B2C. In case of B2B transaction, that is business to business, what will be the place of supply? Obviously the location of recipient. But in case of B2B, if the location of recipient is available, then that will be the place of supply. Otherwise, the place of supply will be the location of the service provider. So, for example, if we talk about bank and a financial service, if a bank is giving you demand draft, okay, if bank is giving you demand draft, in this case, what will be the place of supply? The place of supply, say for example, if you have written your address there, the place of supply will be your address. But if you haven't written your address, then the place of supply where the bank is situated. Say for example, the bank is situated in Colaba. Okay, you come from Chennai, you order for a demand draft, they give you demand draft. Okay, they charge you for the same. If you have written your place of address of Chennai, then in that case the place of supply will be Chennai. But if you have not written your address, in that case place of supply will be what? The place of supply where the bank is situated, that is Colaba. Okay, so apart from what you say, immovable property services, okay, then catering and restaurant services and admission to admission to an event. Okay, apart from all this, all other services will be clubbed into that category, that is B2B and B2C. Okay, thank you very much, we are done for the day.